everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, we're going to go ahead against the Abbyssolossus boss, and we are going to use Ice Blast. Today's video is sponsored by Dragonheir Silent Gods, my favorite sponsor because it's my favorite game that I've played in a long time. Be sure to join us for Season 3, Dive Deep, Battle Peak. There's a ton of new heroes, new bosses, and lots to explore. Be sure to download via Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, or Epic Games if you haven't already, and use the currently working promo codes. Alright, so as of this recording for me and my server, we are past the 50% mark for the boss. So far, it just seems like the boss does an increase of their attack, so Emperor sets no longer work against the boss even if you have attack penalty and a big fat 30% attack aura. Like I showcased with my wild team, the Emperor sets do not seem to do the same damage as they did before after this change. I don't know if there's any other changes regarding the boss's HP or defense, but there definitely is an increase of attack. The skills are the same. So let's go ahead in here with Ice Blast. I'm really... I like the boss this time around. It's definitely interesting, although I feel like I actually liked last season's boss. I thought it was really complicated and quirky. This one is kind of a little bit weird in the sense we're just like ignoring half of its mechanics. You're like, okay, it gives you buff prohibition. Okay, healing reduction. Okay, defense penalty, whatever. Do we need a cleanser? Nope, you can get away without it. So I kind of feel like that's a little bit weird that we can get away without a cleanser. But, I mean, I guess I'm not mad at the end of the day. It helps us do more damage. So I do have a cleanser in this team, ironically, as I say that. But I'm going to point out here, you can use Furboth instead of Ogok. So I'm using Ogok in my Ice Blast team and Furboth in my Frost team. So the difference in my Frost team also is going to be I need to get rid of Oster and put in Usha because Usha actually does a lot more damage versus this boss, especially, or just a lot of single target damage as well. Here I'm looking for Usha. But anyway, sorry, this is Ice Blast. Let me worry about that later. Let's not worry about that team. Let's go here versus Ice Blast. So I'm doing another 1 support 4 DPS comp, and Garrethan of course is our main DPS. However, Zorak is actually the next best one here. I have him built really solid and he kills it. I love Zorak. He's super underrated and people like to hate on him, but he's really good DPS. So in this comp, I have her with roots, so I have Bledden with the hook. And then I have Sheena is our Witch's Remains applier, so Sheena can definitely pump out some good damage herself. However, I have her built with Witch's Remains, so she's obviously not going to quite do as much as she could potential-wise. She does not have the DPS there. And then, yeah, Ogok is in the Horn and a Mona Lisa set. He is our only healer and support. And we're going to see how this rolls. So I don't have anyone else in Mona Lisa set. Everyone else is in aerial sets across the board. Maybe I have a little bit better gear to adjust. Oh wait, sorry, except for Zorak, who is in the derivative damage set, just to be clear. He's in the enlightenment set. And I also have a flat attack glove, but with only 1 enlightenment roll, but it's better than nothing. So, this is my team. Here's the quick overview of what they have on them. Again, nothing crazy. She has just my crit rate glove. I have nothing in that set. They hate me. Alright, now for timings here, we have Sheena going first. She's our Witch's Remains. And then I have Zorak at 30.3. He is going in order to buff everybody before they go. So by that I mean Bledden. Now, Garrethan I could not get down to 15 seconds, at least with an aerial set. I don't have the skill haste rolls on my gear. I was like 1 second off, which was really, really annoying. For sake of consistency though, and the fact that it's a long fight, I did not want to do that. So we're just going to YOLO Garrethan. Luckily, it's more about her battle skill anyway, but yeah, unfortunately I cannot time her her ultimate to go when the defense penalty is up every time with a 15-second rotation, just because I'm lacking the right runes in order to get her to that with skill haste. We do have Ogak as our support here, and he is going to go at 18 seconds, so kind of right after here. And yeah, right here, right before the boss actually kicks in and does his buff prohibition skill. And he's going to be the only healer, and we're going to keep him rotated there, so that way the heals actually work when they need to. You got to be careful that your main healing is not going to be when the boss is doing the healing prohibition or reduction, but it's fine. Even if it lands that way, sometimes if you're YOLOing your healer, you can usually get away with the YOLO side of things. So also, again, keep in mind, usually you can YOLO your healers. But yeah, Bloodin is here as another DPS, and we're going to see how this rolls. I haven't redone this one since the change, so hopefully no one is too squishy and dies, but we're okay. And we have the HP aura from Bloodin as our best option. So, all right, let's roll this. It's going to be a little messy again with Garthen's ultimate because I really can't time her perfectly, but hopefully some of those battle skills time well with the defense penalty. We can't control that anyway. So 30.3 is when the buff prohibition wears off. So we're going to see that in a second here. So let's watch. All right, so there is no buff prohibition. Let's see. Nope, there's no buff prohibition. Zorak is going to give everyone that buff. So they have their fancy increased damage buff. They're good to go. No problems there. And yeah, Garthen's going to be, of course, our main DPS, but Blooded and Zorak do a really good job in this fight. Really good job in this fight. So, of course, if you have Beldel, you could use her instead. If you don't have Sheena, Blooded is kind of the comparable, but they have both in this team. You absolutely can use the rare Nord as well. Nord is very, very good. Definitely can be used in any of the Ice Blast comps if you need another DPS. Sheena's going to be really low damage for me because she has my Witch's artifact, of course, and has a little bit less boost for damage. And she's not getting the bonus from Zorak or defense penalty for her ultimate either. At least not for the beginning of it. It does continue for a few hits, obviously, though. But alrighty, guys, I'm going to let this roll. We're going to pop to the end of the battle and see how we do. All right there, and as you saw at the end, we killed it. 119 million damage, super easy. And again, Ogak is just there as the support. You could have Furboth instead, or if you have the Bride, Finja, she makes great for a solo support as well. If you don't have one of these other DPS, use Nord, the rare Ice Blast hero. But alright guys, I hope you appreciated this showcase. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to download via Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, or Epic Games if you haven't already. And thanks again to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video.